Blessings, Halftime TV viewers and subscribers, and to all the Chelsea fans who are tuned in to Halftime TV. Rep, rep, rep. No, Chelsea may very well end up being relegated this season, or may very well end up outside the European places. But for today, I'm imploring the Chelsea fans to celebrate because they secured a huge victory over the reigning EPL champions, Liverpool. Now, that game ended 2-1 with Estevao, the young Brazilian, finding the winner in the 96th minute. Now, Chelsea, they were totally dominant for most of the game. Kind of seemed a little bit shell-shocked when Liverpool scored the equalizer. But overall, I think it was a good performance from the Chelsea team. And as far as the Liverpool fans go, I'm imploring them to comment below. Let me know what were your big takeaways from Chelsea versus Liverpool. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Chelsea and Liverpool today. In fact, we're here to talk about the Reggae Boys because Coach Steve McClaren, the man with, quite frankly, the hardest job right now, he has announced the Jamaican national team squad for the upcoming World Cup qualifying games. And as a matter of fact, give me a second. Yeah, much better. Much better. So, Coach Steve McClaren, he announced the Reggae Boys squad for the international break. Well, after tomorrow, we're in the international break, and the Reggae Boys, they're currently sitting top of their group for the World Cup qualifiers. For the Jamaican fans who are looking to go to the World Cup, let me implore you to book your embassy date right now. Now, the United States of America, they announced a couple months ago that the visa fees were going to go up. Couple of days ago, it was announced that the bill was passed for the fees to be increased, and right now they're on delay. So from $180, less than $200 is where it's at right now, and it's gonna go up to $430 something. So if you can, go ahead and book your embassy date right now because Jamaica will be going to the World Cup. We're going to the World Cup. We will be competing in the World Cup next year in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. The Canadian visas, they take a little bit longer. I'm not sure Jamaica will have any games in Canada, but to be on the safe side, you can send in that Canadian visa application from now as well. So, we'll drop off a head, drop on shoulder, as them say. You don't need a visa to go to Mexico. So, if everything goes well, you should be able to slide into Mexico to watch a game if the Reggae Boys get a game there. Anyway, over to the squad. We have Jamaica's squad for the upcoming World Cup qualifiers. In goal, Andre Blake is back. We have Jamali Waite and Tafari Chambers. Andre Blake, we know whenever he's fit, he plays. Not only plays, but he starts. He's the captain of the Jamaican national team. And he's been quite a competent servant over the last couple of years. Not only for the national team, but for Philadelphia Union. And I know they too would be super happy to see that Andre Blake is back. As for defenders go, Joel Latibodier, Ethan Pinnock, Richard King, Dexter Lembikisa, Greg Lay, Damian Lowe, Amari Bell, and Mason Holgate. Last time out, Joel Latibodier, he had to remove himself from the squad. Ethan Pinnock as well. He had to decline the call-up, but it's good to see these players back to full fitness. Before the last international break, Ethan Pinnock had just come back from injury. He had played for Brentford, and then when it went into the international break, he opted out. So Ethan Pinnock, quite the experienced campaigner. We have a perfect mix, really, in my opinion. As far as the defenders go, we have Ethan Pinnock, so many EPL caps, Richard King. As far as national team caps go, Damian Lowe, and the vice captain of the team, he has been there and he's done most of it. Hasn't gotten to the World Cup as yet, but he will be looking to get this done on this try. So good mix of defenders from Coach Steve McClaren. I think an argument can be made for a couple more names, but I'm going to turn it over to you to hear what are the names or who are the defenders you thought or you think Coach Steve McClaren should include in this squad or should have included. Anyway, down to the midfielders. Back some familiar faces again. Bobby Reid, last time out, he wasn't a part of the setup due to injury. Back for Leicester, getting on the score sheet as well. Ian Frey, Isaac Hayden, John Russell cannot stop scoring. John Russell, I think he's a crowd favorite already at the National Stadium. The Jamaican fans love him because whenever he plays, he gets on the score sheet. Always arriving in the box, always arriving in the right places at the right time. And we've seen Frank Lampard, we've seen so many great midfielders over the years do stuff like these where they arrive in the box at the right time and get on the score sheet. And I know coaches love players like these that they can depend on, or not only depend on, but that can get them a goal when they need it most. And I think as for Jamaica, John Russell is that player. He's the player of that ilk who you may not be the first person that you jot down on your betting slip when you say, okay, you expect somebody to score. But I tell you, more often than not, he gets on the score sheet. Quite a prolific campaigner, I must add. Karai Anderson, he's in there as well. Joshawn Anglin and Casey Palmer round out the batch. So there were some folks in the comment section who were saying the likes of Tyreek McGee and Ravel Morrison should be included, and I think this has now become a broken record. Every time the Jamaican national coach names a squad, those are the two names that people debate about, saying they should be included. I think McGee will need to work twice as hard. He'll need to burn the candles at both ends if he is to get anywhere near this midfield going into the World Cup. As I said, Jamaica is going to be at the World Cup, So these players that I'm telling you about, they need to work to get into the World Cup squad, right? Yeah, straight out. They need to work to get into the World Cup squad. Tyreek McGee right now, I don't see it. Not playing any competitive football. I don't think he can make it into this right now. As far as Ravel Morrison goes, it's the same thing. It's fluctuated. It's been up and down for Ravel Morrison. And with the Jamaican national team, I haven't seen anything that would blow the regular person away, or to even blow the coach away. We know the quality player he is. We know what he can do on his day. But how many of his days have been with the Jamaican national team? I don't know. Off the top of my head, I can't think of 4 games that Ravel Morrison has played for the Jamaican national team where we've been left on the edge of our seats. No. Anyway, but you can let me know. You can let me know in the comment section those games if you have them. All right. Down to the forwards. We'll start with the man himself, Brownman, the crowd favorite, the Jamaican, the newest kid on the block. And I think the Jamaican fans, they've taken an instant affinity to Bailey Kademarteri. Shamar Nicholson, he's back as well. And I think if Shamar Nicholson is fit, he needs to be a part of the squad. Like, no excuse. Shamar Nicholson, he should be a staple in the national team by now, regardless of who the coach is who comes in, right? Still less than 30 years of age, still delivering, still able to score goals as we saw last time out. Shamar Nicholson, he should always be in the squad if he's playing competitive football. Ramon Burrell, good to see him back. Demarai Gray, last time out, he wasn't available. He was named in the squad but wasn't available due to injury, but he's back in. Kaheem Dixon, happy birthday, Kaheem Dixon. Always good to see Kaheem there, and he too is a fan favorite. The national team supporters, they love when Kaheem Dixon plays. Ronaldo Cephas, one of Jamaica's most potent, should I say potent? One of Jamaica's most dangerous attacking outlets. However, still some work to be done as it relates to the end product. But good to see Ronaldo Cephas. He gives defenders a lot of trouble, and we intend to go out there and we intend to secure the points this time out. And I think even if he's not getting on the score sheet, he will definitely have the defenders thinking twice and have them backtracking 9 out of 10 times. Ronaldo Cephas. Tyrese Campbell looked good last time out. Good to see him back. And we have a newcomer in Seymour Reed. So no Leon Bailey still. Not back to full fitness. So it's understandable that Leon Bailey isn't here. And I know there are some fans who are still asking, where is Dujon Richards? Again, like Tyreek McGee, I think Dujon Richards needs to put in a lot of work in order for him to get back into this squad. Although Richards is playing competitive football with the Chelsea youth team, I still think the players that are ahead of him right now, they're doing the business, and they basically bar 1 or 2 of these players, most of these attackers, they've basically staked a serious claim to be in the squad for the World Cup. But I'm going to turn it over to you, the viewers and subscribers, after I run through it one more time for those who missed it. So Andre Blake, Jamali Waite, Tafari Chambers, Joel Latibodier, Ethan Pinnock, Richard King, Dexter Lembe Kisa, Greg Lay, Damian Lowe, Amari Bell, Mason Holgate, Isaac Hayden, Ian Free, Bobby Reed, John Russell, Karoy Anderson, Joshawn Anglin, Casey Palmer, Bailey Cadamatri, Shamar Nicholson, Romain Borrell, Demari Gray, Kaheem Dixon, Ronaldo Cephas, Tyrese Campbell, and Seymour Reed. Those are the players that Coach Steve McLaren has named for the upcoming World Cup qualifying games. Do you think Jamaica will secure all the points that are on the table, that are up for grabs? Let's hear it below this video. And if there are players that you thought should have been included in this squad, the likes of McGee, the likes of Rather Morris and Trevante Stewart, let's hear it. Make a claim for yourself. Let me hear below why you think those players should have been included, or if there are any other player out there that you thought should have been included. Let's have the conversation below. I'm going to leave it at that for now. It's Halftime TV here saying smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content. That's a given. And we're going to leave it at that. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend. Until next time.